Hello, welcome to another episode of Cotton. We have today with us Davis Dubey, who is a political analyst and who is a corporate man, but then who is deeply interested in politics. Of course, there's deep connection with you see economics and politics. So that is why perhaps Davis has also grown interest in politics. And why we are today here, maybe our audience they know that Delhi, the elections are being held in Delhi today. So first, Deves, I would like to know from you, but general overview of the Delhi elections before we go to the specifics. मतलब क्या हो रहा है कैसे हो रहा है
Sure. So this election is quite different than 2014 or 2015 and 2020 election, where because earlier it was a more towards the anti-incumbency and India against corruption wave. 2020 was retaining the similar means the freebie stuff where Kejriwal or Aam Aadmi Party were able to cater uh, the same crowd again, where they were able to give free electricity, water, and those campaigns worked very well for them. And almost they were able to retain the similar kind of seats in the last election. But this election looks quite different. It's a 10 to 11 years anti-incumbency. Uh, People are testing on deliverable and as a face as well, because couple of things like liquor scam, and then Kejriwal and top leadership went into the jail for the short period. That also has dented his clean image, and that is why Aam Aadmi Party is also focusing on uh, primarily Aam Aadmi focusing on the governance part rather than the clean image part, because Sheesh Mahal or all those things has already damaged the image of the clean politics. So party with difference versus now the situation is the focus is on governance. So if you see any election, 10 years, most of the MLAs are similar or repeated MLAs. Uh, so definitely it is a challenge election compared to the previous elections. Now, if we talk about few important seats in Delhi, which includes the Kejriwal seat, New Delhi, Manish Sisodia seat, currently in Jangpura, or we talk about seat about Atishi Atishi from Kalkaji, similarly Saurabh Bharadwaj. These are the key people from Aam Aadmi Party which are in election at this point of time. Uh, Except I'll say Saurabh Bharadwaj seat, uh, rest three seats are not a very straightforward where we can say that 100% that this person is winning, which is a which which itself says that कि कितना हमारा इलेक्शन का इम्पैक्ट है, मतलब कितना इजी इलेक्शन है हमारी पार्टी के लिए. सो इवन पीपल आर टॉकिंग कि नई दिल्ली में केजरीवाल हार सकते हैं, which is itself is a big say. Whether he lose or he win, that doesn't matter. But people saying that कि वो हार सकते हैं itself is a big deal. Similarly, मनीष सिसोदिया के साथ है same situation, and same situation आतिशी के साथ है. So all three seats are in a difficult fight, except Saurabh Bharadwaj. He is in the clear. We know that he is going to win very easily. सो इजी सिचुएशन नहीं है इन तीनों के लिए, और इसके कारण चीफ मिनिस्टर की सीट पे केजरीवाल जी को अंतिम दिन तक लास्ट आवर तक कैंपेन करना पड़ा. अर्लियर इलेक्शन और इस इलेक्शन में डिफरेंस ये है कि कांग्रेस ने इस बार सेलेक्टिव सीट्स पे काफी एफर्ट किया है. I'll say the numbers up to 10 to 12 seats where Congress has put in lots of effort. एंड उसका रिजल्ट ये है कि 4% सीट थी, नियरली 60 सीट, इफ आई रिमेम्बर करेक्टली 63 सीट्स पे कांग्रेस ने डिपॉजिट लूज किया था. बट दिस टाइम दैट इज नॉट द सिचुएशन. Congress is in race for few of the seats, especially Muslim and Dalit combination dominated seats, which has identified by the Congress. Since this is the basic vote for Aam Aadmi Party as well, Aam Aadmi Party is earlier was getting Muslims and Dalit vote. Now, since Congress is in with few seats, that is definitely directly going to impact on Aam Aadmi Party, at least for those seat combination. Congress will win those seats, I cannot say, but it will have a significant disruption because the some of the seats like Okhla, where the margin were nearly 1 lakh in the last election, possibly if BJP does well and Congress does well, then only there can be a change in the result, because the margin is last time margin was 1 lakh, and in a assembly seat 1 lakh margin is pretty huge, right? But there will be significant impact, and definitely Congress earlier was 4%. I am looking that, expecting at this point of time that Congress is reaching to 10% or uh, crossing with little margin. So it will be around double digit figure. It can be 9 also, it can be 11 also, but that will be the figure. As per my assumption, BJP is doing quite well in this election. They have focused. RSS and the team BJP has done lots of effort in this election in terms of the selection of the candidate. And the important part is there is no incumbency against BJP. क्योंकि एमसीडी भी बीजेपी के पास नहीं है और असेंबली भी बीजेपी के पास नहीं है. एंड देन रीसेंट announcement of income tax slabs, Delhi has a significant people working the government job. तो वो एक डायरेक्ट इम्पैक्ट करता है. एटलीस्ट 4 to 5 सीट्स पे डायरेक्ट इम्पैक्ट है, स्पेशली नई दिल्ली की सीट जहां पे केजरीवाल खुद चुनाव लड़ रहे हैं. सो अगर ये नंबर्स देखे जाएं तो बीजेपी is currently, I'll say, still number 2. But the contest is quite close. Uh, Kejriwal, Aam Aadmi Party can go up to 38 to 45, and BJP is in the range of, again, similar to 28 to 35 seats, 28 to 34 kind of seats. So very minor here and there can change the possibility of government for any of the party. Though there is a clear edge, there is an edge with the Aam Aadmi Party. Congress is doing fairly better compared to the earlier elections, and I'm hoping that this time they will do better, and means vote percentage wise they are doing better. Seat conversion wise, they can go anything up to 4 seats. 1 to 4 seats is what Congress uh, has a good chance of winning. But next 3 to 4 seats they will be on number 2.
Okay. Good. It's a very good overview indeed. So, first thing, it's not one-sided election at all, and
Doesn't look like it.
there are three. It is a triangular election. Is there some other party in the Hastings? There's some other party apart from Aam Aadmi Party, BJP, and the Congress? Is there any other
Uh,
party?
Not really, because 2015 BSP was a player, LJP was a player. they were able to get at least 30,000 seats some places. MIM is there, which is fighting on two seats, especially. One is Okhla, uh, and they the can since the candidate was candidate is still in jail, and local sympathy is there. It will dent some of the votes of Aam Aadmi Party because the leads were so high. I'm not very sure if MIM can win that election, but it can definitely impact the party of Aam Aadmi Party.
So then can we can understand perhaps one thing is very clear that this election is fought between BJP on the one hand and Aam Aadmi Party on the other hand. Is it? The main fight is between the BJP and the Aam Aadmi Party. Am I clear? Is
Yeah,
it clear?
it's a
Yeah.
bipolar election. Few places, I'll say 10 seats to 15 seats. It is a triangular where Congress is doing some role.
So now how many seats Congress is contesting? In how many seats Congress is contesting?
Congress is contesting every seat, but they are in contest for nearly means they have their candidates are good. So personal level, since the candidates are good, they are able to mobilize few things and 10 or 12 seats where they are fighting well. Where the number two or number one race, I believe it can be up to 5 seats.
Okay. So basically, then we understand that basically it's between Congress. Sorry, this is
BJP and
up and BJP. Now, one
that's
thing
correct.
you actually you mentioned this thing, but then I'd like to know a little details in you. What is that? Okay. Earlier, it was a different kind of political party, different political culture, politics with difference, and a very clean image because this Aam Aadmi Party itself, it came out of the movement against corruption. So in this election, as you say, so the clean image that corruption or clean image, that's not the issue this time.
So clean image and the so corruption and clean image. What has happened recently in the the renovation of the CM house and including the liquor scam has dented significantly the image of the leaders of the party. So at least three leaders, Satyendra Jain, Manish Sisodia, Kejriwal, they three went to jail. Recently, they three all are on bail. So somehow people understand now it's not a different party with different.
So
It is a same party. It is a
Mhm.
similar like other political party, and there is no claim to be a party with difference or party with principle because earlier it was like I will go with a single wagoner, and now there is a karma of the vehicles. So that's what the perception has broken at this point of time.
So that means the unblemished image of the Aam Aadmi Party is no longer working. It's no longer
Yeah.
working. It's no
So
longer
correct.
working.
So
Yeah.
correct.
And
So
then, but
at
yeah,
so
okay,
at this
please.
point of time, as I mentioned earlier, uh, image is not working, and that is why they are pushing the election towards their governance model rather
So
than the personal image.
that's fine, good. Now, I'm very happy the way you are explaining things and presenting things because our viewers will also get a very clear idea in how the election process is going on, what are the major issues of the elections. Though I'll come to the issues of the major elections now.
Yeah.
So this time, the party with difference, that's not the issue. The issue on the part of the Aam Aadmi Party, the issue is on the performance. Is it? The issue is on the performance. Now, BJP, what are the issues raised by the BJP against this up government? What are the main planks? What are the main issues raised by the BJP?
Okay. So interestingly, I'll be means interestingly, the goalpost has been changed. As I mentioned earlier, Congress BJP were talking about the delivery and performance in the last elections, and Kejriwal means Aam Aadmi Party was focusing on the clean image. Now the since the Aam Aadmi Party has changed the goalpost itself, they are talking about governance and BJP is talking about the delivery. So BJP is talking about where is the failure in the scams, or they are talking about uh, uh, Sheesh Mahal. They are talking about liquor scam. They are recently Yamuna also came in the picture where allegations are on why Yamuna is not clean is also came, but it is so the but still Aam Aadmi Party focus is on freebies where how means 200 electricity, giving free electricity or giving 2,500 rupees to per female. So these kind of area where Aam Aadmi Party is focusing, where they have delivered it to some extent, where they were able to give benefit to the slums or a lower middle class, where those were the most benefited people from Aam Aadmi Party. And आज की डेट में they are giving the vote to them. This they are means we feel that they are still giving the vote to them, but the middle class or upper middle class, uh, there is a change in mind, and that is what seems to be a reason for BJP gain versus and again Congress was not in the earlier game. Congress is also contesting for the same vote bank. तो उसके कारण we see a decline of the uh, vote percentage, and Congress is getting some of the vote from BJP and some of the share from Aam Aadmi Party. So the seat numbers are reducing as well.
अच्छा, मतलब जो बीजेपी आम आदमी पार्टी इज their main campaign plank is on their performance. But
Performance.
what are the issues of, as I said, it was this BJP. What are their issues? How on what deliverables you are saying? But so what are their issues? Basic issues against the government, against the Aam Aadmi Party.
So two major issues. Corruption is a major target. So BJP is claiming Aam Aadmi Party as a corrupt government, and uh, there are no party with difference. The liquor scam and Sheesh Mahal scam, all those things they are targeting, and primarily it's a personal level allegation or a personal level target to the leader of uh, uh, Aam Aadmi Party, like targeting Kejriwal or targeting Atishi, for example. One of the candidate talked about personal name change of the Atishi CM candidate. So those things are happening, and BJP is putting I'll say the muscle power, money power also in the game. There was an allegation about voter management by the BJP, and that was claimed by Kejriwal for New Delhi constituency, where 20 to 30,000 people were removed or added. So these kind of blame games or these kind of I'll rather say allegations. It's a political allegation is happening, so both the parties are targeting each other, and BJP is aggressive because they have not been to the power from 25 years, in especially in Delhi. So earlier it was the Congress government and then Aam Aadmi Party government. So nearly more than 2 decades they were not in power. So they are putting lots of effort, and uh, ground level worker and the leaders, especially I've heard that even cabinet ministers are taking care of only two constituency. So they have put all the cabinets there. They are putting effort. So I'm sure if that level of effort is going into the election, it some better result is definitely going to come for BJP. If you'll listen, Kejriwal recently, earlier, he used to claim like the Aam Aadmi Party is going to win 60, more than 60 seats. Now he's himself talking about 50 to 55 seats, which itself says that at least uh, as per his claim also, BJP is at least gaining uh, 20 seats, 15 to 20 seats by Kejriwal statement itself.
Now, what is the what Aam Aadmi Party is saying against the BJP in the elections, in their campaign, election campaign?
Uh, okay, so Aam Aadmi Party is again, so Aam Aadmi Party focuses on uh, if अगर बीजेपी आएगी तो वो सारी बेनिफिट्स जो दिए जा रहे हैं वो बंद कर देगी फॉर एग्जांपल बस ट्रैफिक बस महिलाओं के लिए बस बंद हो जाएगी या हम जो बोल रहे हैं 2500 वो बंद हो जाएगा या 200 यूनिट बिजली पानी ये सारी चीजें बंद हो जाएंगे तो सो मेजर इज दैट क्लेम कि ये बंद हो जाएगा Second, constitution and EC, these things are in misused by government. That is also a major point. But if we'll say कि क्या सचमुच क्लेम है तो सबसे बड़ी बात यह है कि अगर भाजपा आती है तो ये सब कुछ बंद हो जाएगा
मतलब आम आदमी का ये जो उन लोग का जो इलेक्शन में this that okay whatever good things they did BJP will stop all those things.
will stop will
and
stop
and
that
and
correct
what are the issues raised by the Congress because against the in this election?
yeah So Congress is since Congress is working on two parts. One, they are talking about uh, the situation of law and order that falls with the central government. So they are raising number of crimes happening in Delhi. One, then second, Congress is also talking about corruptions. Means Sheesh Mahal. Congress is also talking about liquor scam, and then Congress is focuses also on the constitutions, and then that is why their focus is on Muslim and Dalit. Uh, One more thing, Congress is mentioning that okay, since Arvind Kejriwal is playing soft Hindutva and that kind of thing, he was never participated or never tried to stop the Delhi right or never put the effort uh, to support or to give some support kind of thing in CAA and RC protest also. So, and then there were statements about Markaj that Markaj is spreading the corona. So that was third incidence where people. So the Muslim community is still. They kept these things in mind, and that is what is helping Congress to revive these part.
Okay,
So
so
Congress is getting some support from Muslims, and then from the Dalit front, definitely Congress is getting some revival there with their act on Samvidhan or uh, representation of Khargeji as a president. So these things are working in favor of Congress.
good. That means Congress is raising issues so far safety and security of the people of Delhi is concerned, and which falls under the central government
Central
because
government,
policy that falls central government.
correct.
Now, is there any because normally what happens because whenever there is an election, BJP always plays the Hindutva card. Are they still playing the Hindutva card in Delhi election?
I'll say yes, because if you look today, all the media were in focusing on Kumbh today, since Modi ji was in Kumbh, and at least morning hours, 2 to 3 hour, every all the news channel were just showing how Modi ji is traveling in
That's
the
it.
Kumbh and today, and how he's roaming around, how he's going to do worship or all those things, what he's wearing. So the focus was definitely on. So this is a direct focus to show the Hindutva, that Hindu people, that okay, this is like okay, I am the great Hindu. But also Kejriwal has also played the similar stuff. He used to be in Hanuman Mandir to play the Bajrang Ban and all those things. Uh, so Kejriwal is on soft Hindutva side, and Modi ji is definitely is doing this Mahakumbh Yatra today.
Hard Hindu.
Yeah, hard Hindutva.
Hard
That's correct.
Hindu. Good. Now, you have fairly given a good analysis so far the various factors and various issues are concerned from three different perspectives. So, and finally, you have also said that okay, uh, as in earlier elections, so Aam Aadmi Party was very confident. They were saying that they will sweep the elections. So, such you don't see any such wave in this election. There's
At
no
this
way.
point, no. So at this point of time, anti incumbency is definitely there, and sometime I see it's a difficult election, and it can go anyway. Means it can go to sides of BJP as well. So it's a very close. It's becoming very close, and the margin edge with the Aam Aadmi Party at this point of time seems to be 5 to 6 seats. But again, if there is a bipolar election, predicting how many seats, so vote percentage is definitely going to shrink. Means the gap of vote percentage is definitely going to reduce. But seat wise prediction in the bipolar election is quite difficult, because even half a percent vote can means one vote can give the other side swing, right? But as of now, if we talk about simple math, then Aam Aadmi Party has a slight edge, where BJP is uh, not very far with the Aam Aadmi Party.
So that means you say that there is little age, little advantage. Aam Aadmi's party is slightly in an advantageous position
Correct.
compared to
Correct.
the other two parties. Of course, Congress, there is no question of Congress uh, coming being a main contender of power. There is no question. But still, you think that Congress will also last time in last election, Congress was completely zero. So you think that this time they may not be that zero. There might be a few, they might win a few seats.
Correct. So since they are contesting uh, pretty well on 5 to 6 seats, as I earlier mentioned, uh, means these seats where they can be number one or number two. So I'm hoping that it should be uh, somewhere between 0 to 4 or 0 to 5. Zero, why I'm still saying that, because the margins of the votes were very high earlier. If but the candidates are Congress candidate in the focus area is good, so vote share is definitely going to increase. It can cross the double. It can reach double digit mark, but it can reach 0 to 5. That is my range at this point of time.
At this point of time. Very good.
Yeah,
Now, you see, these days it has become very difficult to predict election. Very, very
yeah.
difficult. Even the exit polls are going wrong. Now, this morning there was a video I saw So then where they were saying that actually there's a lot of see troubles, there's a lot of you see violence being organized mostly by BJP. So what is your call on that? Is the election peaceful so far, or there is violence taking place? Some people they don't have their actually names in the electoral rolls. All such allegations I have been hearing, and there's a video going on by someone. So where these issues, these concerns are raised that okay, this BJP is actually organizing the violence. What is
So
your call on this?
yeah, so typically, I'll means it's a Delhi. So every small, even one vote or any small incidence is being reported nationally, and until unless if you have to be in the news, you have to do something on the election day. If you have to be in the news, you have to show something, then you have to act some or other way. So let's say 3 hour coverage by our prime minister is was one of the exercise for election only. Possibly he could have chosen the other day, but intentionally chosen on the voters' day, and that is happening historically. If you see any of the election, last general election, he was in
He
Kanyakumari,
will
which was
always do this drama.
correct. Correct. I means I'll not say it's a drama, but I'll say it is a smart move to be in the news for early hours, to be in the news for the early hour, and honestly, I believe everyone should follow that. So, because you have to gain the voter recall, right? So he's doing
So
for the recall value.
you say that it is a very clever move on his part.
Yeah,
Neither
absolutely,
yeah. No, so but this
absolutely.
so that so what is your actually what is your view on take on this violence part? Is there large scale violence happening?
I haven't seen, honestly, I haven't gone through about the violence, but I don't think, since central agencies are there, all the police and everything is there. At least in Delhi, I don't think so that there'll be violence at that scale compared to the rural or any other remote part of the India, if that happens. But I don't think it will be as big as means something very
So then
significant.
have you so far have you come to know about some violence being committed?
Not really, not really. I was reading, means I was going through reading news. Means I've just talking to a few people. They were talking about voter list people. Means the vote missing, or someone claiming is that my vote is already done. These kind of things are happening, and or one of the candidate of BJP was roaming in the city and then abusing to Aam Aadmi Party supporter. Those things went viral since morning. But I violence, I'm not sure. Means I have not gone through that if that has happened.
So you have not come across
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
so for violence is concerned. And what is the role of the election commission? Are you happy with the role of the election commission? Is it a fair, free and fair election?
Uh, so election commission role is a three level, right? One is a pre-election, one is a during election, and third is a post-election. Uh, if we talk about pre-election, there has been certain question raised by opposition on voter list management or voter list uh, voter list manipulation. And then during the election, I don't think in Delhi typically any thing is possible, because it's already people are very vigilant, and mobile camera everything is there. So if anything has happened in the during election, it will immediately caught, especially in terms of the city, because Delhi is a small place, and population density is very high, and everyone is mostly people are educated, right? And if we'll talk about post election again, I don't think uh, there is any possibility of unfairness. Reason being, again, a small city, uh, a small region, and then uh, monitoring is easy.
Good. Now, you have already said, actually, at the beginning, you said, when I asked you about the general scenario. So now, when we are ending this interview, we are coming to the end of the interview. Now, what is your hunch? What do you think about the reasons? It's very difficult, I know, but still.
Reasons is still lots of people means don't want to vote Aam Aadmi Party. Definitely, there is a means decline in the popularity of Arvind Kejriwal and Aam Aadmi Party. People definitely looking alternative. For some of them, BJP is alternative, but I believe there was a more scope for Congress as well to get the more pie compared to what is currently visible. Possibly, if they would have started the campaign little earlier. So the focus, like the more focused and more wider campaign, if they would have done like 2 months earlier, the chances were like might be Congress would have been sharing the power with uh, in Delhi itself.
Okay, so now say it is very there is no wave. It is not a one-sided election, and
Yeah,
it's a very stiff, closely fought election. And
correct.
though we are this Aam Aadmi Party is advantage at the moment, they are in an advantageous position, but one doesn't know what could be the final. Come little here and
Yeah,
there can change the entire thing.
yeah.
And
No,
Congress,
definitely.